Ladies and gentlemen, John Brunner, johnbrunner.com. He is one of 3 Republicans running for the nomination to face off with Senator Claire McCaskill. John Brunner, as always, a pleasure to have you on the show, my friend.
Good to be back with you again, and it's a great day.
Boy, I'd say those poll numbers. I mean, I guess you could take any poll, but this is they show that you and the other guys all have a good chance.
Well, it's absolutely amazing. You know, I've never run for a political office before. I've been spending all my time in the manufacturing plant for over 33 years here in St. Louis, creating jobs, and finally got to the point that I got tired of these politicians on both sides of the aisle here and said, we got to get in here and get jobs done. And so I've come from absolutely nowhere to parity with a standing U.S. senator who's been in politics for 30 years at the same level of a congressman who's been around for 25 years and a state treasurer and state senator who's been running for 4 different offices for 15 years. This is good news for Missouri and good news for America.
Yeah, and you know what? They can make it all about dog crates they want to, but the reality is it really is about prosperity and growth and who Americans trust to reinvigorate that in this country. And you have an endorsement to announce today. Is that correct?
Yes, and it's very exciting here and great to be on your show to announce this here. The United States Chamber of Commerce endorsed John Brunner for the U.S. Senate. This is the biggest third-party endorsement in this Senate race to date. And, you know, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce represents over 3 million businesses and organizations from every sector across the country. They very rarely get involved in primary races. But like you said, it's about trust and confidence. And the U.S. Chamber of Commerce knows from all of their 3 million businesses and members that we have to get America working again. We got to get Missouri working again. So this is great news for the campaign, but it matches very closely with the endorsements I received here just a few weeks ago from Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. You know, he was in the manufacturing business for 31 years. He got fed up, decided to run, beat a very liberal Senator Feingold, and he's doing a great job in the U.S. Senate. He's endorsed my campaign. And at the same time, Senator Tom Coburn, he's a businessman and also a medical doctor. He understands what it takes. So I tell you what, all these folks and people are all coming together to understanding right here in Missouri with this campaign with John Brunner for Senate, we're going to make a change not only in Missouri, but in the whole country.
Yeah, and, you know, I guess in terms of the weakness that you find with Senator Claire McCaskill, I mean, let's face it, she was put over the top in a primarily red state by independents, and I'm not quite sure there's an independent left who is supportive of the the Democrat philosophy as it relates to the economy.
Well, you're exactly right. Frankly, if there's any independents and even a lot of Democrats who've been going to the gas pump and trying to fill up here, they know they've been hit double. From the time Claire McCaskill and President Obama got engaged and watching gas prices double and energy prices double, Claire McCaskill and President Obama also attacked our whole coal industry a couple weeks ago with new EPA regulations that are going to shut down the coal industry. And for some of the folks who don't know, that 80% of Missouri's energy comes from coal.
Yeah.
These people are so out of touch. We have to get a citizen senator, someone who's done this, been in the free enterprise system, to get in here and get these jobs back.
It's a shame so many people have had to suffer to get their brains back, but boy, I'm glad that they are coming around. And you know, it's one of those things. You know, you try it, doesn't work. And listen, I'm not saying people were stupid or what have you, but you know, we all know what fuels an economy. And John Brunner, as a guy who is a CEO, you know more than anybody because you lived it.
You're right, and you know, of course, everybody's looking for hope. They're looking for change. They're looking for opportunity. But you have to drill down. What does this guy or lady bring to the table? What experiences do they have? Have they spent their time in politics or community organizing? Have they spent too much time in Jefferson City or Washington, D.C.? And I've been on the plant floor. When I came in after my time in the Marine Corps as an infantry platoon commander serving the Mediterranean, the North Atlantic, East Coast, West Coast, came in to help a small struggling family family business that my grandfather started back in 1908 with $400 and no lawyers, and it was struggling. And I can load trucks, trailers, get on the production lines. You do everything you can in terms of creating the jobs. But I was there for 2 weeks, and the Food and Drug Administration came down, and I learned firsthand what the regulatory forces are. The old saying, I'm from the U.S. government and I'm here to help. Well, I tell you what, we got through those things, and we took it from 40 people to over 1,400 associates, and we're serving every retailer all across the country. And so it's part of the American dream, and I want to be sure many more people have it. But I want to tell you, Jamie, if I was facing the same regulations today that are happening today, and if I had those when I was starting the business and helping the family business, we wouldn't be around.
Wow.
There are some sad stories across Missouri. I have literally visited with hundreds, if not thousands, of Missourians that are hurting, and they say, John, you get it, you understand it, you've been in the trenches. These politicians are just out of touch. Well,
that John Brunner biography is something else, buddy, and always good to have you on. Congratulations on the endorsement from the National Chamber of Commerce. JohnBrunner.com. We'll see you around, my friend.
Thank you very much, and have a great day. We're going to get this country back in shape right at this election time. Thank you again.
Thank you, my friend. It's Common Sense Radio. Your phone calls are welcome, 969-9797.